Hello everyone, my name is Simran Kapoor and I warmly welcome you all to my channel English Made Easy. Today we are going to talk about how to learn and remember English vocabulary for lifetime. Today I would be going to share with you some tips that will help you to memorize and to remember the English vocabulary, the English words for a very long period of time. And these tips are really practical and these are really going to help you a lot. So let's get started, and before I start I would request you to please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so that the journey of English learning may always remain consistent and you may always keep growing. So with this, let's jump on to our tip number 1, which says that learn one English word for a Hindi word which is very common and which can have multiple uses, which may be used in different situations, events, etc. So what does this mean? Let's understand further. Suppose I take a Hindi word here, kharab, okay? This we use very often in our daily conversations. For this, I have taken an English word, spoil, all right? To be used in different situations. So the situation number 1 here is, उसने मेरे कपड़े खराब कर दिए हैं. So I would say he has spoiled my dress. Again, for another situation, which says, तुमने मेरा mood खराब कर दिया, I would again use the same English word, you spoiled my mood. So what we are doing here is we are when we focus just on a single word and repeat that many times, the word tends to print in mind. It is becoming a part of repetition, and when we repeat one thing several times, it becomes a permanent part of our brain. This is just like we hear songs. We learn them by constant, unknowing, automatic, free repetition. And see the result, we still remember the age-old songs on our fingertips. So don't run after different words that mean the same thing, especially in case of you want to have permanent memorization. Learn just one single word instead. Either you learn, this is just like either you learn disgraceful or disrespectful. They both mean the same. Okay? So in this way, you would be able to remember the vocabularies in your mind for a long period of time. And the conditions here that you need to follow is that you must speak in English, okay? And you must use that same word multiple times. So you may either use disgraceful or disrespectful. Choose one and repeat that one word same for the situations that have the same word in your mother tongue. Just like we had here, kharab, we had kharab in both the situations which have different messages. But we are using that single English word so that we can remember it for lifetime. I hope this point is clear to you. Let's move on to our tip number 2. So tip number 2 says that connect the words with the actions, with the events, with the situations, people or the things around. Okay. Suppose I have taken a word here, audacious, which means fearless and brave. So I learned this word audacious, which means being brave. And how did I learn it? I just associated this word with one of my friends. Okay, so I named my friend Audacious because she is really a courageous woman, and because she lost, if I tell you about her story, she lost her husband and she had 3 children to nurture with no family support, neither in-laws nor from the maternal side. So she built her own business being alone, and still she's doing a lot of hard work. So she's really a fearless and a brave woman. So I wanted a better alternative for these words. So I learned this word audacious. So whenever I see her, whenever I talk to her, I always, say you are really an audacious woman. So she reminds me of the word because she has that quality. In the same way, you can also connect the words with some situations in your life which are good, which are memorable, which you want to remember again and again, with some things in your life. It could be a birthday gift, it could be anything else, it could be any person also. All right. So when you do this, you are going to remember the words for a long period of time. All right. Now let's move on to our tip number 3. So the tip number 3 says that you must learn the English words or the vocabulary through images or videos. Yes. When you have pictures in your mind, you can easily remember words for a long time. Images, they tend to remain in mind longer than the words. Okay. So I just saw an image on the internet. It was image of a dried land with cracks, and under it was written parched land in so and so place. And since then, I remember the word parched until now, which means very dry due to no rain, or it means very thirsty. Okay, so because this happened, because vocabulary, it came associated with a scene, with a person, or a real life event. All right, so just find images that complements the words or phrases. Try to learn English words with images or videos. Try to read newspapers or watch movies and original subtitles and figure out what the words mean. In case you can't understand a word or a phrase, write it down, search, and start memorizing it. So in this way, you are going to remember the words for a long period of time when you associate them with some images or with some videos. All right, or you can also do one thing is, when you're watching when you're watching some movies and some shows, better you switch on the subtitles, and you switch on the original subtitles and then watch, because then the words also clearly, and then you can remember the words with the scenes also. All right, so these were the total 3 tips that will help you to remember the English vocabularies, that will help you to learn them. And here is one bonus guide that I want to share with you guys, and that is, understand the meaning of the words thoroughly. There are certain people who keep using some English words in a wrong manner, in a wrong way, when they don't know their meaning completely. They know just the half. So make sure whenever you're going through any word, you go through its meaning thoroughly, you understand its meaning, and then use it in your conversations. Otherwise, you would just be very unorganized in your speaking, and it will not be good. So it's really important that you understand the meaning of the words thoroughly. And one more thing that I want to share with you is, make sure you repeat the old stuff also, so that you remain in touch with the words. Okay, sometimes we learn some words and then we forget them after a long time because we are not doing the revisions. Okay, so better you repeat the old stuff also, the old words that you have learned. All right, so that's all for today's video, guys. I hope the information that I have provided to you all would help you a lot in remembering the words. And these are the tips that I use myself personally, and these have helped me a lot to remember the English vocabulary. So thank you so much, guys, for staying until the end. Please subscribe the channel, like and share the video, and stay happy, stay joyful. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you soon.